Good evening and welcome to the Team DBW podcast. I'm Danielle with my lovely boyfriend, Mr. BJ Wimpy. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
I'm doing so great. I'm excited to be here.
It's good to be here. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
What are we doing? This is crazy.
We are here recording our first podcast together.
Our first of many?
Hopefully.
What? Okay.
Team DBW podcast coming at you.
Right, and we are hanging out at some friend's house, meeting new people.
Lots of new people.
For the first time today, and I think maybe we'll talk about how we met, but maybe we'll explain what DBW means.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. So, my name is BJ Wimpy.
And I'm Danielle Bendinelli.
And so, like Team DB for Danielle Bendinelli.
And then BJ Wimpy.
BW for BJ
It's our
Wimpy.
hashtag that we use. So
hashtag
we call it hashtag Team
DBW.
Because we do everything together as a team.
Yeah. It's good to be a team.
It's good to be a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today we're a team with a bunch of people helping
We
some
do.
friends out. They're taking pictures of us. We're just doing crazy things. But I'm excited to be here.
Always good to try new experiences.
Right. They're like, who wants to do karaoke? I'm like, hard pass. But I will do a podcast.
And
no
I was
problem.
I want to karaoke.
Which is why I did not want to. So Santa gave me the flu, and I'm still trying to get my voice back. I'm very kind of impressed with how long I stayed sick and how long I sound like a lady who's been smoking cigattes for years.
I don't know. I enjoy the deep voice. Darling.
Yeah, but the more I talk, the more I start coughing, and that's just gross.
Right.
So, but I'm excited to be here with you, BJ, because we've been together almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Our first date. Our first date was February 29th. So next year will be our official 1 year anniversary.
Official 1 year anniversary.
Well, 1 year anniversary of dating, because it only comes every 4 years. But you want to talk about the first time we met? Or go for it.
Yeah, we can. So the first time we met, I was actually dressed like Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. I don't know if anyone listening does not know who that is, but he's a old wrinkly guy in a big black robe. But he has power, and women can be attracted to power.
Yeah, I used to be the marketing director at a mall, and I was hosting a Star Wars event for the holidays as a fundraiser, and a bunch of stormtroopers came in, and this old guy in a robe with a huge prosthetic face, and I was like, oh wow, this guy's great. And there was a gentleman with them taking pictures, and I was like, who is that guy? He's like, oh, that's BJ Wimpy.
That guy's BJ Wimpy.
Why do I know?
The BJ Wimpy.
No, yeah, something like that. I was like, why do I know that guy? And then I looked him up on Instagram. I was like, oh, he's a theater guy. And at the time, I served on the board at the Egyptian Theater in Ogden, and that's Ogden Musical Theater, and he had done a couple shows there. And I was like, oh, now I recognize.
I guess the first time she said she saw a picture of me is when I was doing Annie Get Your Gun for Ogden Musical Theater. And I had a little mustache because I was playing Frank Butler, and I was a cowboy.
Yeah, and I was scrolling through the Ogden Musical Theater stuff, and I was like, oh, hello, who is this? And then I went to the show, and I read the program. It was like, I just came back from 2 years in Japan. I'm like, missionary, and I just moved on.
I wasn't a missionary in Japan, though. I was over there working as an actor.
But I didn't know that. It just said I spent 2 years in Japan. And I was like, oh, okay.
Pass.
Next. And then 2 years later, or a year later, I guess it would have been 2 years.
2 years
maybe
later.
2 years later, he came to the mall.
To the mall as Palpatine. And
he happened to be doing Strictly Ballroom, and I was like, oh, are you in this show? Like,
at Hale?
I was like, I got tickets for Thursday. He's like, I'm not in that cast. And then he's like, but I can try and like move things around. And I was like, no, don't do that. And then I show up that night, and he happened to be in that cast. They needed
me to step in and be
that night. Yeah, and I was
very fine.
Oh no, did he do that for me? Like, do I say something? Like, this is weird. And it just happened to be he did that whole weekend. But
also, she didn't say that she was there until after she left. So I didn't have a chance to even come out and say, hey, thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
But I had mentioned that I was going to be there on like a Thursday.
You had,
or something.
But you didn't tell me which Thursday.
And then so it was like, meh, whatever. And then we started dating, and Corona hit, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, like we had like our first like full like official date. Yeah, the 29th of February. And then so 2 weeks later is when the world went crazy with Corona.
Yeah. And lo and behold, we only lived like 2 blocks from each other. So when everything shut down, we're like, do you want to have a Corona ship? And we just started hanging out because there was nothing else to do.
I've already been hanging out with you. So I guess if you're sick, I'm already sick.
You want to go on runs? Or like, I don't know. We live like so close by, and they're.
But it was really nice.
Yeah.
And then, as the Corona ship went on, we kept getting closer, and things kept just working out really well between us. And so then,
I'm like, hey, you want to do this? I guess.
Yeah, should we make this a relationship instead of a Corona ship?
I was like, are you asking to be my girlfriend? He's like, no, that's gross.
No,
I was
that's
like,
gross.
I think I love you. Like, because the way he said it. So. And now our official anniversary, we say, is in November. Yeah, because that's when we're like, let's make this official. But our first date is coming up, and because of Corona, we had plans to go see Dear Evan Hansen, and it got literally on the way
driving to
the
Salt
theater.
Lake.
They were like, they canceled it. Like that
like,
was
bam, that's
March
the day.
12th. Like, nope, we're doing it. We're like, I guess we'll go get like dinner, but now we have tickets because it's coming back, and so
officially
the 1st of March
so
for our anniversary, we're gonna
go
back
see
and
Dear Evan Hansen,
Hansen,
which we didn't get to
like,
see because of Corona.
Yeah, full circle.
Yeah, it's always great to see it come around like that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No, I'll stick around with you for.
Yeah, you're okay. I'll keep you around.
It's like I know where you live now. I can't.
I know, right?
I can't avoid you at the grocery store.
Yeah, you're too close.
I'm too close. We live so close to each other. So
yeah.
But it's been great reminiscing and.
Yeah, this is a lovely time. Trip down memory lane.
That we'll hold on to for.
Yeah, and now
for
our new friends all got to
knows
hear
our story.
Our experience.
But I look forward to taking more trips with you and doing all that. And this is a fun experience. And we hope everybody tunes in because maybe we'll do another Team DBW podcast in the future if you want. I mean, cool, like whatever. Like I'm
down with it.
Okay,
Let's do
everybody
that.
heard that. The
Let's do all the
is
things.
a witness. Thanks so much for listening. And
thanks everyone. Tune
maybe
in
we'll
again.
talk to you next time. Yeah.
Yep.
Love you. Beep boop.
Beep boop.